Kia ora New Zealand. In your news headlines today, Parliament Speaker has apologised to the reporter that broke the story about the Kitteridge GCSB report. David Carter says he's become aware that Andrea Vance's phone records were released by a parliamentary services contractor to the Henry inquiry into how the report was leaked. He says it's completely unacceptable and he's personally apologised to her. The Psychoactive Substances Bill has been labelled as internationally backwards. The new law would allow the testing of party pills on animals only if there's no other choice. Thousands turned out to protest against the bill in 12 cities and towns around the country. Auckland March organiser Angela Beer says we're the only country to have approved this. A Seabed mining company is a step closer to exploring for iron ore off the coast of Taranaki. Trans-Tasman Resources has applied to get a permit to extract iron sand from a 65 square kilometre area about 30 kilometres from Patea. The company's CEO, Tim Crosley, says the Chinese, Korean and Japanese markets are ripe with opportunity, with China alone consuming 50% of the world's iron ore. The Invercargill man who launched a foul-mouthed racist tirade at a Pakistani-born cabbie has been invited to an Islam Open Day to broaden his mind on the religion. The Southland Muslim Association has accepted an apology from Greg Shuttleworth, who's been investigated by police for Friday night's outburst, which was caught on camera. Mr. Shuttleworth has been told to stay away from work and has gone into hiding since the video of the racist rant went viral on Sunday. The political wrangling continues over the Labour Party's proposal to restrict non-Australian foreigners from buying residential properties in New Zealand. Minister of Housing Nick Smith doesn't think there's a credible case to back claims foreign buyers have a substantial effect on housing prices. But David Shearer sees no problem in cracking down on foreign buyers.
We stop foreign speculators coming in and pushing prices up. What's the downside of that? We give first home buyers a better chance.
The ice axes of a New Zealand mountaineer and his son have been found at the site of an avalanche that's thought to have killed them. Marty Schmidt and his son Denali are feared dead while attempting to climb the world's second highest peak, K2. It's believed the men were sleeping when the avalanche hit and are buried under the snow. The Pope's given a long news conference on his way back from Brazil, his first in 4 months of his papacy. Pope Francis said that gay people should not be marginalised but rather integrated into society. He's not, however, been so lenient on the subject of women as priests.
In reference to the ordination of women, the Church has spoken and said no. John Paul II said this with a definite formula. This door is closed.
In sport, the 2015 Cricket World Cup pools and venues were announced today. 7 cities in New Zealand and 7 in Australia will each host 3 pool games, with Auckland to stage a semi-final and Wellington a quarter-final. The Black Caps will play Australia, England, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh in their pool, with the opening game to be held in Christchurch against Sri Lanka. And the Hobbit film crew may be slipping out of the capital, but a group of Wellingtonians want to mark their stay with a street name. Enterprise Miramar Peninsula is calling for the Wellington City Council to rename Weka Street to Weta Street. The idea will be debated before councillors vote on the idea. However, the name Weta does have a good chance because the name Weka is already used in 4 locations in Wellington, while Weta isn't used anywhere in New Zealand. And that was your news for Wednesday the 30th of July. Ka kite anō.